Sure thing.
Okay, brilliant. Well, first of all, thank you guys for coming here today. Really great to see everyone. However, we're going to jump straight into it today. So, it has been a while since we've had a community call, but obviously we have a lot of exciting integrations and updates, and honestly, it is well overdue. So, for now, those of you who don't know me, my name's Remy. I'm the community manager here at Interlay. So, if you've got any marketing or queries or questions, feel free to just put your hand up and join the space. I'm your guy to answer it. However, we also have quite a familiar face here today as well. We have Alex. Alex, you'd like to take the stage and introduce yourself?
Yeah, sure thing. Hi everyone. I'm Alex, product manager at Interlay. You can also catch me sometime in the Vault Lounge channel on Discord, and I try and answer and help out whenever I can there. So yeah, that's about it.
Perfect. Thank you for the introduction. So, we have two things to cover today. So, kBTC multi-collateral assets and integrations. However, we also have collected a few questions throughout the week/month that have popped up a fair bit. So, we thought we'd go ahead and through some of these frequently asked questions. However, if you do have a question, put your hand up in the chat. We'll get you to answer. You can join the space and join our talk. So, starting things off straight away with the first question here. With the current market conditions, KSM being the only collateral asset for kBTC doesn't seem viable. When and if so, what assets do you plan to incorporate into kBTC's vault? Now, I think that's going to be one for you straight away there, Alex. So if you want to jump in and take the stage.
Yeah, this has been one of our main focuses for the past weeks, and hopefully we can answer the team can answer directly with the results in the coming days. We've also posted some hints towards this in our Open Square, open governance or off-chain governance and discussion site. So we are focusing on expanding the number of assets that can be used for vaults. Obviously, for each of these assets, we need to evaluate liquidity risks and see how and when and in what form, if possible, we can actually, it makes sense to add these assets as collateral. For now, the feedback that we also got from some of the vaults that we are in touch with, and some of the bigger vaults, initially was, hey, why can't we use the governance token as collateral? So that's one of our focuses. And the second is also, hey, it would be great to have at least one stable coin as potential collateral for the vaults. And so right now, this is where our focus lies, is trying to ship Kint and Kint as collateral for vaults, right? And in this case, the first stable coin would be USDC via Moonriver, just because we already have the XCM channel, and there is also quite a bit of liquidity that is available there. We are looking also into kind of the next stage after that, which is to also evaluate tokens like LKSM and from Karura, SKSM, and equivalent staked tokens, because this means that vaults that use this as collateral can earn twice, right? So once on the staked token and second times by running the vault. I hope that answered the question.
Yeah, no, definitely did. Thank you. It's actually quite a similar question following up from that. So, how Kint and USDC then, as collateral assets, benefit users instead of KSM? Would you be able to also to jump in on that one?
Yeah, so one of the things that led to a slowdown right now in I'm assuming everyone who's trying to issue kBTC is running in the same issue we've been having for some days, right? Is the capacity. And I think the first question also hinted as to why, right? So for good reasons, a lot of the vaults are cautious right now to do any operations with KSM, and the market is quite volatile. I think the main benefit for users is just more capacity, right? Because vaults having Kint and USDC, and in the future other options, can actually diversify the risk of any given asset. And also it gives everyone the ability, any vault owner, the ability to also replace. So in the case where a token becomes too volatile, or they just want to be a bit more secure, right? They could always replace the BTC in their vault with another vault that they own, right? And so kind of shifting the risks to another asset that they're using as collateral. This in turn for user means that there will be more capacity to issue kBTC, right? And the system as a whole will be more stable, assuming that not all assets are volatile at the same time. I hope that answered the question.
Yeah, definitely. And I think leading straight on from that one quickly, will you be able to top up a vault with a mix of KSM, KINT, and USDC, or will we be required to only sort of hold one in each vault?
The idea, of course, discussing about any given single collateral asset as collateral for vault, we are aware that this is also an option. However, right now this is not on the table. We haven't had the time to sit down, or the team hasn't had the time to actually think of, okay, what can go wrong with mixing and matching. So for now, there's nothing on the roadmap to actually work on this, on combining, right? It's merely for now just have other assets that are as much as possible uncorrelated in between them as options for vaults.
Amazing, thank you. I think jumping straight on from there, we've actually got a question about INTR and the distribution. So when will we be receiving our INTR? So I'll jump in on here for this one. So with INTR, there has been a very slight delay. Being fully transparent, we're at essentially 95% ready and very, very close to distribution. So the question everyone sort of usually asks is, why have we taken longer to do so? Well, we have learned a lot from our previous token launch, KINT, the governance token for our Canary network, Kintsugi, which is hosted on Kusama, Polkadot's Canary network. Now, to ensure things run as smoothly and efficiently as possible, a slight delay was required. So if you are interested in as to why, I'd say please check out one of our founders' update blogs on our Medium. It does contain quite a bit of information relating to the INTR process and the launch in general. For more information about that, I will link the blogs afterwards. So it does contain quite a bit of information of what we want to achieve and how we want to do so. However, the main question being is, from a lot of people, how can I claim, and has the process started? Now, to answer that simply, yes, the claiming process is live and you can now start the process for your INTR. So what you can do is you can sign the terms and conditions. Now, this does one of two things. So this helps speed up the process overall. And the second thing, it helps create liquidity straight from the start of the distribution. So if you can, the terms and conditions is live for you to sign, so feel free to jump onto our Medium blog as well and check that out, and there will be a link and a set of instructions for you to do so. And once the INTR airdrop and distribution is ready, it should receive automatically to your account, if I'm not mistaken. We'd also like to say a huge thank you and everyone for the patience and understanding throughout this whole process as well. The product is there and we're very, very excited to get this started. I think jumping on straight away, we have some more questions regarding Kintsugi's integrations. Now, there's something I'm sure you're all aware of. However, there seems to be quite a few opportunities going under the radar with the community. So we wanted to just shed some light on what integrations we have. So, Alex, you're back on the stage again with another one here. So what integrations does Kintsugi currently have? How can we earn with these?
Yeah, I would say that integrations for us means any partnership or collaboration with any of the other parachains, right? In order that would lead to an opportunity to use kBTC. Obviously, we're very early down the line with use cases, and all of the other parachains are building their products still on Kusama, right? And trying to add more features and let's say interesting DeFi use cases. But two that are live now and are still ongoing. There are two pools where you can use your kBTC, and one is on Moonriver on Solar Beam, right, which is a stable pool at kBTC Wrap BTC, and the other is a pool on Karura with kBTC and AUSD. Obviously, we do have a page where we kind of we'll try and surface these use cases, and we're working in the future on an integrated version directly in the dApp. So you just issue your Bitcoin, you get kBTC, and then you can already access it from the dashboard. Okay, let's see what I want to do with it. But beyond that, right, obviously you have to do your own research. This is not financial advice, and you have to kind of look out for the specific conditions that each of these platforms have when adding liquidity to the pool. What I would like to add is that these are also, they have kind of second order consequences or effects or impact that we're aiming for. So for example, kBTC, the kBTC AUSD pool is also, we're also incentivizing and supporting it because it's a prerequisite for kBTC being evaluated and considered as a collateral for minting AUSD. And this is the first one, that there is sufficient liquidity to support that operation, right? So if as the pool grows, right, when kBTC becomes a qualified collateral for minting AUSD, obviously then indirectly you have more use cases depending on what you can do or what you want to do with AUSD further. So these would be the current cases. We will have a link directly from the DApp. There is already a page in our docs that display these. But again, please do your own research and let us know if you see something that is off, or you have any questions in relation to these. We can definitely reach out to both partners and also kind of surface any issues that might come up. Yep.
Amazing. Thank you very much. Now, I think jumping straight on, leading back still into the topic of integrations here, what plan do we have for potential future integrations? And can you drop any alpha on us, Alex, that you have for new XCM channels potentially?
Yeah, so I will start with the XM channels. Because we kind of stopped for a while, and for good reasons. We are our main focus right now is split in between getting everything Interlay live, right? But at the same time, it is also about building all of the functionalities and also fixing some of the newly discovered issues and that support vaults in parallel. Um, and also, just as a kind of a bit of context, right? The way that Kintsugi and Interlay work, also because of how Kusama and Polkadot are built, is that whenever we build something on Kintsugi and we qualify it as a functionality, we can then directly port it to Interlay, right? If it's qualified and if it works. So this means, yes, it does take more time right now to push out Kint as collateral for vaults and USDC as collateral for vaults, right? But this makes it much easier once qualified to have it directly, or not instant, right? But much faster on Interlay, right? On Polkadot. So in terms of the XM channels, we are looking right now and are in discussions with Heiko Parallel and with Equilibrium. Especially with Parallel, it might be interesting as we're also reaching out to them to understand their version of staked KSM, right, and see if that also would be a viable candidate for a vault collateral asset. And then also with Equilibrium to also open a channel with them. That being said, we're also looking into StateMine and other parachains to see how, in what way, right, we can create synergies on what vaults need, and just to increase the capacity of kBTC in general. In terms of use cases, right now it's moving a bit slow, right? So integrations for the purpose of adding more use cases, but it's moving slow just on our side. We're more in waiting as the other parachains, as mentioned, are building the use cases. But the moment they're there, we're going to obviously be looking forward to creating the connections and making kBTC an option, or a viable way to or token to be used with their new use cases. Yeah, I'll leave it at that.
Amazing. Thank you very much, Alex. Really in-depth answer there. I think we have one question relating to more of the community side now, and it's, what plans does Interlay have regarding the ambassador program? I'm an ambassador and would like to help support during the INTR distribution. So first of all, a huge thank you for wanting to help support as well. So jumping straight in, there's been a bit of a talk about the ambassador program here, and it is making a return. However, it has undergone quite the change. After several months of brainstorming, thinking, and developing, we are very excited with what we have to offer. So we understand the need for rewards, especially incentivized rewards. And now you asked and we listened, and we were very excited and keen to launch this whole new program. Now, it should feature new incentives, including merge, NFTs, and other monetary rewards. However, in the interim, if you are an ambassador and you are an apprentice and you're looking to get back involved, please join our Discord and our Telegrams, and feel free to obviously get involved. And we are always looking for new talent. So you could even land yourself a slot in our new program if you're completely new. So if you are a current ambassador, please keep going, and we do really appreciate you. And yeah, the new program should be up very, very soon, and very excited to launch it. Now that sort of leads me on to the next question here. And something that the community, especially ours, has wanted to see for a while is, what other community collabs do you have in mind? I'd like to see more engagement between the parachain teams if possible. So I'll also take this question here. Now, to give you a bit of backstory, I recently attended the Parachain Parity Marketing Conference, where all sort of the marketing teams got together and the community leads from all the other Polkadot parachains to help brainstorm, gather, and discuss new ideas and collaborations. Now, needless to say, it was an incredibly insightful event. And it was, it's very, very interesting to, speak to people and really collaborate and finally put a face to the name. However, needless to say, there is a lot of potential collabs coming up, and one being quite an interesting Twitter space we have coming up next month in June. So please definitely keep an eye out for that. Now, in terms of obviously XCM channels, my colleague Alex has already briefly touched on it. We're always working towards and looking for the latest integrations and how we can involve the community in events such as these. I think that covers it for that. And we do have two more questions here. Before I answer these two, if you do have a question in the chat, please feel free to put your hand up and we'll bring you on the stage as well. And once we finish these, but yeah, feel free to also put your hand up. I think just to cover two more questions here. Can I still partake in your NFT event? And when will be the rewards for the event? So if you are aware, we did host an NFT event in our Discord. Now, we do this quite often, actually. Unfortunately, the event is now closed, but we are still looking into the winners of the event, and they should be announced very soon. However, in terms of what these events entail, so several times throughout the year, we tend to run an NFT-based event in our Discord channel, where if the community are able to take part, create artwork based around the style of the event, whether it's Halloween themed, Christmas themed, or spring themed, relating to Interlay or Kintsugi, we will mint the NFT on behalf and send it to you. And if it gets enough votes from the community, we're definitely wanting to expand this and see what we can do with it. So if there are any ideas relating to that as well, feel free to join in the Discord and get involved and see if we can try and incorporate that. Now, I think that sort of covers it for now in terms of questions. There's one more here that I've just seen. Do you have regional speaking channels and groups? Yes, we do. So we have quite a few regional speaking channels. So obviously we have the main channels in our Discord, but in our Discord we also have a multitude of channels ranging from Russian speaking, Chinese speaking, Spanish speaking, Turkish speaking, German speaking, and French speaking. We are always looking towards increasing the amount of regional speaking channels. So if you are interested, please jump in. We also have quite a range on our Telegram. So if you're interested in starting a community within Interlay or Kintsugi, please feel free to reach out and we can help set this up for you. I think that covers it for now. Does anyone have any other questions or want to join the stage for anything in particular? Okay, I think we're good for now. I think we'll call it there then. It was quite a short switch to space, but yeah, it was really good to see you all again. And with the information regarding the integrations, we will also be posting them later on our Twitter, so you can check them out for yourself there. Thanks everyone for attending. If you haven't already, join our Discord and Telegram as well, and obviously follow the Twitter for relevant updates. And we will see you all later. Thank you very much, everyone, and take care.
Thanks, everyone. See you.